Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, you guys are all doing well. Tonight is night 20 of the holy month of Ramadan. Like we've been saying through this holy month, maximize the benefit. As we know, these next few months are the nights of Laylat al-Qadr. These nights are the nights of destiny. These nights could quite possibly decide your destiny. So in these holy nights, read as much Quran as you possibly can, pray as much as you can, and read as much dua as you can in these coming nights of Laylat al-Qadr, my brothers and sisters. As we know, a few days ago was the first day of Laylat al-Qadr. Inshallah, you guys use that day very wisely, very well. If you want to stay up, it's going to take maybe from 11 o'clock to 4:30. Stay up these 5 hours, 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 11 o'clock to 3:30. Just stay up, my brothers and sisters, and use your time as wisely as you possibly can. Pray, read dua, read Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أفضل الذكر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العلي العظيم. My brothers and sisters, as we know, tomorrow is the death of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, Ali ibn Abi Talib. He's done so much for Islam. Inshallah, today we're going to be speaking about the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبا قاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I begin in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, the one who created everything in utmost perfection. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Imam Ali alayhi salam was born in the year 601 AD on the 13th of Rajab. Now, usually today when people are born, they're born maybe in a hospital. Back then, in the time of the Holy Prophet, they were maybe born with their mothers. Not in the hospital, at their house maybe. I'm honestly not sure how the birth took place. There was something very special, of course. Imam Ali alayhi salam is very special, but something very, very special about Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam is Khilq bil-Kaaba, Baytullah. Imam Ali is the only human, the only person that is born in the Kaaba. Only person. They state that his mother, Fatima bint Asad, they state she was praying around the Kaaba and then she felt like she had to give birth. They state the Kaaba cracked a little bit. She goes inside and she gives birth. They state her and Amir al-Mu'mineen stayed in the Kaaba 3 to 4 days. They state till this day, from where Fatima bint Asad entered the Kaaba, where it was cracked, where she entered from, they've tried repairing it to this day. Does it get repaired? No, my brothers and sisters, it does not get repaired. It's still, to this day, it's still that crack. They've tried repairing it, does not get repaired. Why is Imam Ali alayhi salam born in the Kaaba? Some sources state it's because his high spiritual state. He's very high in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so he was born in the Kaaba. Imam Ali being born in the Kaaba is one of his greatest achievements. Of course, Imam Ali has a lot of achievements, but this one is the greatest one. I personally believe so. Only person to ever be born in the Kaaba. The house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're born in it. As we know, the father of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam was Abu Talib, very close to the Prophet as well. Like we know, some allegations state that Abu Talib was not a Muslim, my brothers and sisters. We've talked about these allegations and we talked about why these allegations make no sense. Due to the fact that Abu Talib risked his whole life for Islam. It would not make sense if somebody does not believe in something to say, I want to follow this my entire life. It just doesn't make sense. And we know Abu Talib was a wise man. He was very, very smart. He was not a man who just liked to follow people. He was a wise man. He made his own choices. And a wise man is not going to follow a message that he does not support. A wise man is not going to follow a message that he doesn't like. We know Abu Talib was Muslim. They state from a very, very young age, Imam Ali عليه السلام كان قريب من رسول الله اللهم صل على محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعجل فرجه. From a very, very young age, Amir al-Mu'mineen was very close to the Holy Prophet. They state while the children were going and getting education, where was Amir al-Mu'mineen? They state he was right by the Holy Prophet. Right by the Holy Prophet. They state when the Holy Prophet used to go to Ghar Hira, when the Prophet used to go to the cave of Hira, keep in mind, مرت Rasulullah كان يضل 3-4 أيام. 3-4 days he used to stay in the cave of Hira. Imam Ali used to be by his side sometimes. Sometimes Imam Ali was right by the side of the Prophet 3-4 days in the cave of Hira, my brothers and sisters. From a very, very young age, the Holy Prophet and Imam Ali were very close to each other. They were like this, very, very close. And of course, as we know, that stayed until the Holy Prophet died. This relationship that they had with each other stayed until the Prophet died. The Prophet told Imam Ali alayhi salam that you're my brother. And we know they weren't brother like that. But with how close they were, the Holy Prophet said, you're my brother. You're my brother. This is how close they were, my brothers and sisters. And some people today say, no, Imam Ali alayhi salam and the Holy Prophet were not close. Another reason why they were very, very close, and I'm going to prove it right now. In the year 622 AD, when the Holy Prophet was migrating from Mecca to Medina, after he spent 13 years in Mecca, he said he's going to go to Medina for 10 years. As we know, the city of Medina was what? It was very boarded up. You were not allowed to exit. What did the Holy Prophet say? He said, somebody needs to sleep in my bed so that when they come in, they were planning on killing the Holy Prophet at that point. They wanted to kill the Holy Prophet, my brothers and sisters. This is why we've been saying, and it ties back to the other lectures. This is why we've been saying, take advantage of the fact that you are born Muslim. Take advantage of the fact that in the time we're living in today, بالجيل اللي احنا هلا عايشين فيه فيك تقول لا إله إلا الله. You can say لا إله إلا الله freely and you would not get hurt. At the time of the Prophet, they wanted to kill him. They wanted to kill Rasulullah. What happened? He said, somebody needs to sleep in my bed. Imam Ali alayhi salam right away raises his hand. He says, I'm willing to sleep in your bed. They state that before Amir al-Mu'mineen slept in the bed of the Holy Prophet, he thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity. And keep in mind, Amir al-Mu'mineen's life was at risk at this point. Possibly if they came in and didn't realize that Rasulullah was not in the bed, they would have killed Imam Ali alayhi salam. The only reason the Holy Prophet was able to migrate to Medina was because of who? Was because of Amir al-Mu'mineen. If Amir al-Mu'mineen did not risk his life by sleeping in this bed, we do not know where Islam would be today. And I'm not going to say 100% it would be here. I'm not going to say 100% it would not be here. I'm just stating that Rasulullah could have quite possibly died if Amir al-Mu'mineen did not sleep in his bed that night. As we know, Amir al-Mu'mineen was quite the warrior. They state in the year 624 AD, in the Battle of Badr, there was a man by the name of Walid ibn Utbah. They state this man was the Meccan champion. He used to kill people left and right. He did not care. Whatever people told him to do, he would do it. They state in this battle, Amir al-Mu'mineen took down half of the army of Badr. Half of the army, my brothers and sisters. They state it was either he took down 27 people or 17. This was the type of person Amir al-Mu'mineen was. Amir al-Mu'mineen was peaceful, but when it became time to fight, he was willing to fight. As we know, Amir al-Mu'mineen, when there was a war, when there was a fitna, he wouldn't hit first. He wouldn't start hitting them first. He would let the enemy hit first, then he would hit first. You want to know why? First of all, he did not want to be the one who started the fight. Because it's normal. Today, إذا أنت بتضرب واحد أول, أنت بلشت. You started this fight. Amir al-Mu'mineen did not want to be responsible for starting these wars. So what did he say? He would let the enemy hit first, then after, this is when he would begin defending himself. This is when he would begin fighting. This was Amir al-Mu'mineen, my brothers and sisters. Today, the image of Amir al-Mu'mineen is different. Today, some look at Amir al-Mu'mineen as somebody, a killer, somebody who sinned, somebody who was very bad. At the time of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Muawiyah was paying people 500 dirham to fake Quranic verses, my brothers and sisters. Today, some people who fassir the Quran, they fassir it wrong. At the time of Muawiyah, he would be paying people to fassir the Quran wrong and put it on Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Any verse that talks about a disbeliever, any verse that talks about a kafir, Muawiyah would be paying people and say, go tell the people that this verse, هذه الآية عم بتحكي على الكافر إلا للعالم هذه على أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام. Say that this verse is about Amir al-Mu'mineen. People at that time were so brainwashed that anything that Muawiyah would say, anything that he would do, people would look at it like, wow, this man, he's so smart. Why was their image of Muawiyah blinded? They say that Muawiyah, when there was a lot of people at Hajj, what would he do? He would go and Hajj sometimes. He would go and Hajj. A lot of the Abbasid Khalifas did this. Why? When people see somebody going to Hajj, what do they look at him as? They look at him, this man is a mu'min, Arib min Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what Muawiyah wanted to do. He wanted the people to look at him when they saw him at Hajj. Oh, this man Muawiyah, he's a mu'min. Those who knew he was a mu'min, they state he's an even better man. Those who thinks he wasn't a mu'min, they state he's obviously a mu'min. He's going to Hajj. He's obviously a mu'min. This is how Muawiyah blinded most of the people. He had fake faith so that people would look at him like, this man is a mu'min. What did he do? He made himself look good, and the status of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the status of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, he was blinding the people. He was lying to the people, saying Amir al-Mu'mineen did this, Amir al-Mu'mineen did this. They did this a lot of times. The Quranic verses saying that this verse talking about the kafirin is about Imam Ali alayhi salam, they did that. Killing Uthman, after the death of Uthman, what did they say? Oh, Amir al-Mu'mineen is the one that killed. Why did they accuse Amir al-Mu'mineen? Why did they accuse him? Because right after the death of Uthman, who became the Khalifa? Amir al-Mu'mineen. Did Amir al-Mu'mineen become the Khalifa willingly? No, people began to ask him. Told him, Ya Ali, become the Khalifa. Ya Ali, become the Khalifa. They saw what the Shaykhin did with them, how they didn't care. All they cared about, like we've been saying, is that political agenda. The political agenda is the only thing I care about. People were begging Amir al-Mu'mineen to become the Khalifa. How much times Amir al-Mu'mineen has been accused of stuff is mind-blowing. We were speaking about it yesterday. The most oppressed man in history. When Imam Ali alayhi salam used to get off the minbar, what did he used to say? I'm the most oppressed man in history. I'm the most oppressed man. He proved Al-Qays ibn Ash'ath wrong as well. Not only with Amir al-Mu'mineen, all the Imam, they were all oppressed. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salam, he was walking in the desert, he saw a stock of goats. He said, if I had as much people as goats over there, I would go and I would rise and I would fight for my rights. There was 17 goats, my brothers and sisters. This just shows how little companions the Imams had at the time. This just shows how much the people were brainwashed. If somebody is coming to you and telling you, I'm bringing you the message of God, the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and keep in mind, not having blind faith, that man has to show you something. That man has to show you something for you to believe. Something that an average human cannot do. Something that somebody cannot do. Something that is new. Something that the first time you see it is crazy to you. If this man is showing you this, you of course should believe him. The Holy Prophet had that. Amir al-Mu'mineen had that. But the people were so blinded, what they decided to abandon Amir al-Mu'mineen. They decided to forget about Amir al-Mu'mineen. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
Like we just spoke about the Battle of Badr. Amir al-Mu'mineen also and the Battle of Uhud, what happened? We spoke about this yesterday, just to refresh your memories. What happened in the Battle of Uhud? As we know, the Muslims were sat on top of the mountain. They saw the spoils of war. What happened? They ran down. They ran down to get the spoils of war. What happened? The enemy ambushed them from above. When the enemy ambushed them from above, what did the Muslims begin to do? They began to flee. They began to leave. They were so scared. Keep in mind, against an entire army. They state there was maybe 8 or 9 people with Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. So it's Amir al-Mu'mineen, maybe 8 or 9 companions, and the Holy Prophet. So maximum 11 people against an entire army, my brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, the Muslims were way more than this. But when they saw the enemy coming from the top of the mountain, they fled. They did not want to die. They did not want to die, so they fled the battlefield. When they fled the battlefield, what happened? The enemy came down pressuring. Amir al-Mu'mineen and the companions left. When Amir al-Mu'mineen was guarding the Holy Prophet, we spoke about this yesterday. When Amir al-Mu'mineen was guarding the Holy Prophet with his life, they state he suffered 99 wounds. 99 wounds he suffered, guarding the life of the Holy Prophet. And some people today want to say that Amir al-Mu'mineen was not a good person. Amir al-Mu'mineen did not care about the Holy Prophet. Amir al-Mu'mineen this, Amir al-Mu'mineen that. My brothers and sisters, if you know anybody today that's going to take 99 wounds for somebody else, let me know who they are. Let me know. They're going to die by the time they take those 99 wounds. They state Amir al-Mu'mineen was so damaged. After this fitna, what happened? They state the Malaika were picking up his wounds. The Malaika were healing him as he was fighting. He was defending the Prophet so fiercely, so fiercely. He was given the sword Zulfiqar, my brothers and sisters. His sword broke after defending the Prophet so fiercely. This is the type of person Amir al-Mu'mineen is. This image that the public has given, this image that a lot of Muslims talk about today, this is the wrong image. And most people are brainwashed. Amir al-Mu'mineen did not do this. If you want your own answers, my brothers and sisters, it's very simple. Very, very simple. You want to get your own answers you can trust. And if somebody comes and tells you something and you know this is wrong, you tell them, no, this is incorrect. And the only thing you rely on is your own answers. What do? You go on the internet right away and you pull up your own answers. Somebody wants to say these answers are incorrect, whatever you say. But you know your source, your masdar is the correct source. So whatever they say, you don't trust them. You get your own answers, and whatever somebody wants to tell you, oh no, you tell them, let's say, the heroic actions of Amir al-Mu'mineen in Uhud. You tell them this happened, they say no. You know this happened. So much sources state Amir al-Mu'mineen saved the Holy Prophet. Amir al-Mu'mineen defended the Holy Prophet with his life. They state from a young age, كانوا يكبوا التراب على رسول الله اللهم صل على محمد. When they used to throw rocks at the Holy Prophet, who used to come? مين كان يجي يساعد رسول الله? Who used to come? It was Amir al-Mu'mineen. At a very, very young age. They state when he was 12, 13 years old. So as Amir al-Mu'mineen وقت عمره 13 سنة, he's protecting the Holy Prophet. شو هيعمل وقت هو عمره 23 سنة 24 سنة? He's going to abandon the Prophet. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? The stronger he gets, the better he gets at fighting. He's gonna abandon the Prophet. This does not make sense, my brothers and sisters. From a young age, if he's defending the Prophet and he truly loves the Prophet, he's gonna defend him his entire life. And what did he do? His entire life he defended the Prophet. His entire life, if the Prophet was in trouble, right away he would go to the Prophet. If the Prophet needed anything, he was helping the Prophet. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعجل فرجه. ثاني على حب أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعجل فرجه. ثالث على حب إمام حسن المجتبى عليه السلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعجل فرجه. Today, people call Amir al-Mu'mineen Asadullah al-Ghalib, the lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you know how we acquire this name? ليش اليوم عالم بيعيطوا أمير المؤمنين أسد الله الغالب? Why do they call him the lion of God? Is it just a name they call Amir al-Mu'mineen? How did he get this name? They state Amir al-Mu'mineen received this name after the Battle of the Trench. After Amir al-Mu'mineen, once again with his heroic actions, came and saved the day, he received this name, Asadullah al-Ghalib, the lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After what he did in Badr, after what he did in Uhud, after what he did in the Battle of the Trench, this is how he received this name. And of course, As we know, the Battle of Badr was in the year 624. From 624 to 630, which is the year in which the Battle of the Trench occurred, obviously there was some other wars, not major wars. We're talking about the major wars in which Amir al-Mu'mineen saved the day. Badr, he took out half the army. They state there was 54 soldiers on the other side. What happened? Amir al-Mu'mineen took out 27. Uhud, when everybody fled the battlefield, what happened? Amir al-Mu'mineen defended the Holy Prophet so fiercely. The Battle of the Trench, he defended the Prophet and the Muslims so fiercely, he received the name Asdullah al-Ghalib. This was in the year 630. In the year 632, they state when Amir al-Mu'mineen and the Holy Prophet and some Muslims were returning back from their last pilgrimage, when they were returning from Hajj, وَأَتَكِنُوا رَجْعِينَ min Hajj, they state that the Holy Prophet said, create like a mambar for me. Create a place in which I can stand and I can speak to the people and I can elevate my voice. They created a mambar, as we know, and they state that the Holy Prophet got onto the mambar. He called up Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Keep in mind the year 632 AD, the year in which the Holy Prophet died. They state he calls up Amir al-Mu'mineen. He raises his hand so high, he says, مَا كِنْتُ مَوْلَاي فَهَذِهِ عَلِيٌّ مَوْلَاي. Whoever's master I was, Ali here, he is now your master. Ali here is now your master. And you know, when you pick up somebody's hand, if you're very sure of it, you pick it up high. They state you could see the armpits of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. فيك تشوف تحت باط أمير المؤمنين. What does this say? The Holy Prophet was so sure Amir al-Mu'mineen was going to be successor. 100% Rasulullah كان بده أمير المؤمنين يكون بعده. The Holy Prophet, no doubt, 100%, he wanted Amir al-Mu'mineen to be a successor. If the Holy Prophet did not want him to be a successor, he would have not picked his hand up that high. The Holy Prophet would have been iffy about it. As we know, after the year 632 AD, they state from the year 632 AD to the year 657, 25 سنة, they state Amir al-Mu'mineen was working with wells. Working with wells, my brothers and sisters. A man with this much ilm, a man with this much knowledge was working with wells for 25 years. Why was he working in the wells? They say in the year 632 AD, the Shaykhain came knocking on the door of Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam. They came knocking on the door of Sayyidah Fatima. They state Sayyidah Fatima opens the door a little bit and she sees them, she decides to close the door. When she decides to close the door, what happens? They're forcefully, I want to get in. I want to get in, let me in. What happens? Some sources state they burned the door down. When they burned the door down, what happened? They pushed the door. They state Sayyidah Fatima كانت ورا الباب. When Sayyidah Fatima was behind the door, what happened? They state it squished her entire ribcage. May God curse them, my brothers and sisters. They state when they squished Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam, it not only killed Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam, it killed her child that they were going to name Muhsin. It killed Sayyidah Fatima and Muhsin. Of course, with how religious Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam is, and with how much she did not want Amir al-Mu'mineen fighting them, what happened? Sayyidah Fatima ma qalat la Imam Ali alayhi salam. She did not tell Amir al-Mu'mineen. Why? Why did she not tell Amir al-Mu'mineen? The Holy Prophet was telling Amir al-Mu'mineen, do not do anything until you gather the Quran. Until you make the Quran a book. The Quran today, as you guys could see, it's one book, it's a full book. From Surah Al-Fatiha to Surah Al-Nas. At the time of Amir al-Mu'mineen, it was not one book. They state it was just pages. They state after the death of the Prophet, Amir al-Mu'mineen كان لازم يجمع القرآن. Amir al-Mu'mineen had to put the Quran together. So Sayyidah Fatima did not want to tell Amir al-Mu'mineen. She did not want to hurt him. They state 40 أو 90 يوم بعد استشهاد الرسول, after the Holy Prophet was killed, they state Sayyidah Fatima was also killed. This was a very hard year for Imam Ali alayhi salam. Not only Amir al-Mu'mineen, also Al-Hasan wal-Hussein alayhi salam. Sayyidin Shabab Ahl al-Jannah. They're Sayyidin Shabab Ahl al-Jannah fil akhirah. Correct? If they're that high, as a aliyin hal ad fil akhirah. ليش العالم عم بيعملون هيك في الدنيا? Why are the people doing them like this in the dunya? Which is more important, the akhirah or the dunya? The akhirah, no doubt. So if you're that high in the akhirah, why are people treating Imam Hussein and Imam Hassan alayhi salam like this in the dunya, my brothers and sisters? Same thing with Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen was always hated due to the fact that he was loved by the Holy Prophet. People used to get jealous. The Shaykhain ما كانوا يحبوا Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam because the Holy Prophet كان يحب Amir al-Mu'mineen so much. وقت شافوا كيف رسول الله حب Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, they started getting jealous. They started hating Amir al-Mu'mineen. And when they started hating Amir al-Mu'mineen, what did they do? بدنا نلقط شغلة عليه ونحكي فيها دائما. We want to get one thing on him. With how perfect Amir al-Mu'mineen was, they wanted one thing on Amir al-Mu'mineen and one thing only. One thing, and they wanted to talk about it forever. Forever they wanted to talk about it. So what did they realize? Amir al-Mu'mineen sometimes used to joke around. He used to like to make people laugh. Not very often. Not over excessively. Sometimes he used to like to make the people laugh. Of course, in the halal way, as we know. What happened? Amir al-Mu'mineen comes with his Quran. He comes with his Quran, telling them, here's the Quran. You must rule in the way of the Holy Prophet. They declined it. Now when people say, oh, they declined the Quran of Amir al-Mu'mineen, what do they say? Quran Amir al-Mu'mineen مش مثل Quran اليوم. The Quran of Amir al-Mu'mineen is not like the Quran we have today. That is why the Shaykhain declined it. My brothers and sisters, the reason the Shaykhain declined it is because in the Quran of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, according to most sources, حد كل آية كان إلى تفسير. إذا حد كل آية إلى تفسير معناتها الشيخين ما فيني كذبوا. They cannot lie. They cannot lie. Due to the fact that the Shaykhain did not have a tafsir by each and every one of those verses, when they used to do something, somebody used to come, let's say, tell them, in the Holy Quran it states this, it states this. في آية تقول هيدا. ليش عم تعمل هيدا الشغلة? What do? They begin to lie. They begin to fassara in a completely different way. This is how they got through for such a long time. They began to lie and they began to fassara the verses in very different ways. This is how they ruled, my brothers and sisters. Amir al-Mu'mineen, as we know, through those 25 years did not want to be in politics. He did not want to get involved. After those 25 years, بعد the death of Abu Bakr, بعد ما مات عمر, بعد ما مات عثمان, what happened? كل مين يا علي كون الخليفة يا علي. Everybody, they were knocking on the door of Amir al-Mu'mineen. روحوا على بيت أمير المؤمنين to beg him. They were begging Amir al-Mu'mineen to be the Khalifa. بعد 25 سنة they were begging Amir al-Mu'mineen to be the Khalifa. Everybody was begging him. What happens? Amir al-Mu'mineen becomes the Khalifa. When Amir al-Mu'mineen becomes the Khalifa, شو بيبلشوا يقولوا العالم? Amir al-Mu'mineen killed Uthman. Amir al-Mu'mineen is the one that killed Uthman. They had no proof. They had no proof that Amir al-Mu'mineen killed Uthman. What happens? Who starts to escalate it more? Talha and Zubair and Aisha, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curse them. They start telling the people, keep in mind, Talha and Zubair, they were good people. They were mind-washed with the people. They were mind-washed with the people. They began to accuse Imam Ali of stuff he did not do. What happened? A fitna occurred. A fitna occurred. Muslims, thousands and thousands of Muslims were killed, my brothers and sisters. Thousands and thousands of people were killed through this war. Why? Because Talha and Zubair, they wanted to lie. Aisha as well. Aisha should know the best of all. Aisha was the wife of the Prophet. If you're with the Prophet for a very, very long time, like Amir al-Mu'mineen, with the Prophet a very, very long time, if he knows something is incorrect, he's not going to do it. Aisha, on the other hand, married to the Holy Prophet. Did she care if she did wrong? No, she didn't. Did she care if she did something haram? No, she didn't. This was the type of person Aisha was. This was the type of person Talha was, Zubair was. The Shaykhain, these were the type of people they were. They were so focused on their political agenda. So focused on the fact that I want to rule. But they cared about money. That's all they cared about their rule, their chair, if you want to call it. That's the only thing they cared about, my brothers and sisters. And that kept Amir al-Mu'mineen out of office for 25 years. 25 years Amir al-Mu'mineen was not in office. Amir al-Mu'mineen was not ruling. My brothers and sisters, if Amir al-Mu'mineen ruled for 25 years, what would have happened? Today, there would not be a division between Muslims. At least that's what I believe. There would not be a division between Muslims. Today, everybody would agree on who is correct. Everybody would be praising Amir al-Mu'mineen, not scolding Amir al-Mu'mineen. Everybody would be praising the entire Ahl al-Bayt. Everybody would be praising the Arba'at al-Ma'sumin as a whole. Everybody would. But due to the mistakes that were made in early Islam, people not wanting to follow Amir al-Mu'mineen, people not wanting to follow Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, mistakes are following until today. Mistakes are still affecting us from 1441 sana. The mistakes that occurred there are still affecting us till today. Till today, the mistakes are still affecting us. The only way we can make these mistakes, I personally do not believe we can remove these mistakes fully, because they're going to be present every day. When somebody talks about Islam, they're going to be present. So I think the only thing we can do is strengthen the message of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Strengthen the message. Use your time wisely. When somebody asks you about Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, tell them, always ask them first, what are you told about Amir al-Mu'mineen? What type of person is he? If they say he is the good man, Asadullah al-Ghalib, the commander of the faithful, then you tell them, yes, this is the correct image. If they state, no, he is a killer, he did not love the Holy Prophet, tell them, this is who Amir al-Mu'mineen was. And always, my brothers and sisters, bring proof. Bring proof. Bring your couple of riwayat, bring your hadith to prove Amir al-Mu'mineen was the person who we know he is today, my brothers and sisters. As we know, my brothers and sisters, Amir al-Mu'mineen was very special to the Holy Prophet. Like we said, he's the brother of the Holy Prophet. He is the only person to ever offer homage to the Holy Prophet. As we know, Sayyidah Khadija and Amir al-Mu'mineen did that. They were the only people in this dunya to offer shelter to the Holy Prophet. He was like a brother to the Holy Prophet. A brother to the Holy Prophet. Keep in mind, it's very hard to become the brother of somebody. How close do you have to be to consider your friend like you're my brother? You guys gotta be very, very close. You guys gotta trust each other with each other's lives. Rasulullah told him, you are to me as Harun was to Musa. And how close were Harun and Musa? They were brothers. They trusted each other with each other's lives. Did Amir al-Mu'mineen not trust the Holy Prophet with his life? Of course he did. That is why he slept in his bed. That is why while the Holy Prophet was migrating to Medina, he did not mind. As long as the Holy Prophet stayed safe, that's all that matters. Amir al-Mu'mineen put the life of the Holy Prophet in front of his own. And this is shown time and time again. Uhud, he was willing to sacrifice his life for the life of the Holy Prophet. When he slept in the bed of the Holy Prophet, when the Holy Prophet was migrating to Medina, what happened? He's risking his life for the Holy Prophet. Badr, same thing. He was risking his life for the Muslimin in general. My brothers and sisters, the image that a lot of people have of Amir al-Mu'mineen is brainwashed. It's a wrong image. It's wronged by the public. If you think something is wrong, go out and find the real information. It's very easy to find the real information. Today you can go on Google and search up, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Everything is going to pop up, his entire life. And make sure you're getting the right masdar. Make sure you're getting the right source. And once somebody tells you, no, this is incorrect, tell them, no, my masdar is right here. I trust this masdar. This is how you strengthen your deen, my brothers and sisters. This is how you get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is how you're able to learn more about your deen. It's very easy. Like we've been saying, my brothers and sisters, use your time wisely. This month, هذه الشهر مش بس على الصلاة، مش بس على الصوم، مش بس على الأدعية. لازم تقووا حالكم بالدين. You guys gotta strengthen yourself in your deen. If somebody asks you about Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, إذا حد بيسألك على أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام، كون فيك جاوب على هذا السؤال. Be able to answer that question. Today, if you ask somebody what's their favorite soccer player, who's your favorite soccer player, they're going to give you the soccer player, his mom, his dad, his brother, they're going to give you his entire family. If you tell them who is the father of the Holy Prophet, they're not going to know. Min bayu ya Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, they won't know. They won't know. But if you ask them about their favorite soccer player, they're gonna give you Bayo, Immo, Khayo. They're gonna give you the whole family. The whole family. They're gonna give you all their accolades, what year they were born, what day they were born. Of course مثل ما بنقول دائما مش مفروض منا 24 ساعة عبادة، مش مفروض منا 24 ساعة لعب. Divide your time wisely. اعملوا schedule and follow that schedule every day. Not 24 hours you're praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not 24 hours you're playing games. Not 24 hours you're doing this. Not 24 hours you're doing that. Divide your time wisely. Divide your time wisely at a schedule in which you can do every day and you're not getting bored of every day. This is very important, the holy month of Ramadan. آخر دعوانا alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. My brothers and sisters, like we've been saying, in this holy month, get as close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you possibly can. We just spoke about it literally 30 seconds ago. Make a schedule. Make a schedule in which you're not bored of. Make a schedule in which you would follow every single day. The schedule is very key. You're doing the same things every day at the same time. You're going to get used to it every single day. نقرأ آية الكريمة 10 مرات. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب
المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء.
أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب
المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء.
أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب
المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء.
أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. يا الله 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 يا الله. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبعد عنا هذا الوباء، يبعد عنا هذا البلاء. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cure us of this virus. Like we know, my brothers and sisters, this could quite possibly be an imtihan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if this is an imtihan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just like every other imtihan, you want بدك تنجح من هذه الامتحان. You want to pass this imtihan. And this imtihan, like we know, is more important than any other test in your life. Dua al-Hujjah. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعجل فرجه. As we know, my brothers and sisters, also these coming nights, these coming nights are the nights of Qadr, the nights in which your destiny is decided. If you want to use your time wisely during these nights, use them wisely. ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر. It is created of 1,000 months. So the deeds that you commit in this month are like deeds of 1,000 months, my brothers and sisters. This is how easy it is to get rewarded during these nights. You're staying up 4-5 ساعات so you can get rewarded for 1,000 months. If you ask me, that is very worth it. And especially in the holy month of Ramadan, deeds are multiplied by 1,000, so you're getting rewarded even more. Like we've been saying, my brothers and sisters, get as close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you possibly can in this holy month. It is the 20th. The 20th of the holy month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your fasts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the deeds you're committing in this holy month, may He accept them. آخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رحم الله من قرأ سورة الفاتحة مسبوقة بالصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.